Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to stand at the foot of a mountain trembling with the voice of God himself? What if the laws that shaped entire civilizations were handed down in a single or inspiring moment, etched in stone by the finger of the Creator? Today, we're diving into the complete story of the Ten Commandments, the foundation of God's law. We'll uncover the electrifying narrative of their delivery on Mount Sinai, explore their profound significance in biblical history, and reveal why these ancient laws still resonate in our chaotic modern world. This isn't just a dusty tale from the past. It's a story of divine authority, human struggle, and timeless principles that challenge us to live with purpose. Expect your assumptions to be shattered as we go beyond the Sunday school version and uncover hidden truths that make these commandments more relevant than ever. Let's step into the desert, feel the thunder, and witness the birth of God's law. Picture this. It's approximately 1446 BC, and the Israelites, freshly liberated from 400 years of Egyptian slavery, are camped at the base of Mount Sinai. Grok, render type equals render inline citation to Grok. Render the erratic nation of former slaves, about 2 million strong, learning to trust a God who parted the Red Sea and fed them manna from heaven. Exodus 19. 1-2 sets the scene. On the first day of the third month after the Israelites left Egypt, they came to the desert of Sinai. And Israel camped there in the desert in front of the mountain. The air is thick with anticipation. Moses, their leader, climbs the rugged slopes to meet God. What's about to happen isn't just a legal code dropping from the sky. It's a divine encounter that will define a covenant between God and his people. Curiosity loop. Why these 10 rules? Why this mountain? And why now? Exodus 19. 16:19 paints a vivid picture. On the morning of the third day, there was thunder and lightning, with a thick cloud over the mountain, and a very loud trumpet blast. Everyone in the camp trembled. The mountain was covered with smoke, because the Lord descended on it in fire. The whole mountain trembled violently, and the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder. Can you imagine the awe? The ground shakes, smoke billows, and the people tremble, not just from fear, but from the overwhelming presence of a holy God. This isn't a casual meeting, it's a cosmic event. God himself is about to speak, and the Israelites are witnessing the raw power of the Creator. This exceeds expectations of a simple law giving. It's a divine spectacle meant to sear his authority into their hearts. God speaks directly to the people in Exodus 20, 1:17, delivering the 10 Commandments, or the Decalogue, meaning 10 words in Greek. Grok, render type equals render inline citation 5 Grok. Render these aren't suggestions. They're the foundation of God's covenant with Israel. Let's break them down, not just as rules, but as a narrative of the relationship between God and humanity. First, the context. God prefaces the commandments with a reminder of his identity in Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. This sets the stage. These laws flow from a God who liberates, not enslaves. He's not a distant deity. He's their deliverer, demanding loyalty in return. Commandment 1. You shall have no other gods before me. Exodus 20:3. In a polytheistic world surrounded by Egyptian idols and Canaanite gods, this is a radical call to monotheism. It's God saying, I'm your one and only. Commandment 2. You shall not make for yourself an image, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. Exodus 20:5. No idols, no carvings, gods too vast to be boxed into statues. These first 2 commandments establish God's exclusivity, a hook for today's world chasing fame, wealth, or influences as false gods. Curiosity. Are we still bowing to modern idols? Commandment 3. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Exodus 20:7. This isn't just about cursing. It's about honoring God's name in oaths, prayers, and daily life. In a TikTok era of casual slang, this challenges us to speak with reverence. Commandment 4. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Exodus 20:8. A day of rest, rooted in creation. Genesis 2:3 sets Israel apart. Imagine the shock for ex-slaves, used to relentless labor, being told to rest weekly. This resonates today with burnout culture. What if we truly pause to honor God? The first 4 commandments focus on loving God, but now the narrative shifts to human relationships. Commandment 5. Honor your father and mother, so that you may live long in the land. Exodus 20:12. This bridges divine and social order, promising stability through family respect. In 2025, with family dynamics strained by digital divides, this command feels urgent. Commandment 6. You shall not murder, Exodus 20:13. Not just physical killing but, as Jesus later clarifies in Matthew 5:21-22, harboring hatred. In a world of online vitriol, this hits hard. Commandment 7. You shall not commit adultery, Exodus 20:14. This protects marriage's sanctity, vital for a fledgling nation's cohesion. Today, with hookup culture and divorce rates, it's a countercultural call to fidelity. Commandment 8. You shall not steal, Exodus 20:15. Beyond taking goods, it's about respecting others' rights, think digital piracy or workplace credit stealing. Commandment 9. You shall not give false testimony, Exodus 20:16. Truth-telling builds trust. In an age of fake news, this is a gut punch. Commandment 10. You shall not covet, Exodus 20:17. This digs into the heart, targeting desire itself, a prophetic jab at consumerist 2025. Why 10? Scholars note the number's symbolic perfection in ancient cultures, and the commandment's two-tablet structure, likely split as 4 for God, 6 for humanity, mirrors covenant treaties of the time. These aren't just rules, they're a blueprint for a holy nation, distinct from Egypt's chaos. Exodus 20:18-20 reveals the people's reaction. When the people saw the thunder and lightning, they trembled with fear. They stayed at a distance and said to Moses, "Speak to us yourself and we will listen. But do not have God speak to us or we will die." The awe is palpable, but Moses reassures, God has come to test you, so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning. Thunder roars, lightning splits the sky, and a trumpet's wail pierces your soul. Mount Sinai smokes like a furnace, and God's voice booms, each commandment like a hammer strike on stone. You are not just hearing laws, you are witnessing a covenant forged in fire. The people fall back, faces pale, hearts racing. Moses ascends into the cloud, returning with tablets inscribed by the finger of God. Exodus 31-18. This moment exceeds any legal code. It's God's heart revealed, a divine GPS for wandering people. While Moses lingers on Sinai, the people panic. Exodus 32:1-4. When the people saw that Moses was so long in coming down, they gathered around Aaron and said, "Come, make us gods who will go before us." Aaron crafts a golden calf, and the people worship it, breaking the first 2 commandments before the ink's dry. God's anger flares. They have been quick to turn away from what I commanded them. Exodus 32-8. Moses intercedes, but the fallout is severe. 3,000 die, and the tablets are shattered. Curiosity. How could they betray God so fast? It's a mirror to our impulsiveness, chasing instant gratification over eternal truth. God's grace shines through. He renews the covenant, giving new tablets. Exodus 34-1. Deuteronomy 5:6-21 reiterates the commandments, embedding them in Israel's identity as they prepare to enter Canaan. Moses explains their purpose in Deuteronomy 6:1-3. These are the commands the Lord your God directed me to teach you, so that you may enjoy a long life. These laws aren't chains, they're freedom, guiding a nation to thrive amid idol-worshipping neighbors. In the ancient Near East, law codes like Hammurabi's existed, but they were human-made, often brutal. The 10 Commandments stand out, divine in origin, concise, universal, and relational. They're not just for Israel, but a moral compass for humanity, influencing Western law, ethics, and even modern constitutions. Curiosity. What if these hadn't been given? Would our legal systems exist as they do? Let's deepen the narrative with Jesus' take. In Matthew 22:37-40, he summarizes, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these 2 commandments. The Decalogue's essence is love for God first 4 and others last 6. Jesus amplifies them in the Sermon on the Mount, internalizing them. Murder includes anger. Adultery includes lust. Matthew 5:21-28. This exceeds expectations of external rules, challenging our hearts into 0-5's polarized world. The commandments confront today's chaos. Idolatry, social media obsession, Sabbath, workaholism, coveting, consumerism drives Black Friday stampedes. Ex-posts echo this. At Faith Fogan's writes, the 10 Commandments are God's OG life hacks. Ditch the noise, live with purpose. A 2023 Pew study shows 60% of Americans believe biblical morality still applies, Yet only 30% can name 5 commandments. Are we forgetting God's law in a secular age? Courtroom, 2025. A lawyer cites the commandments in a case on truth-telling, echoing Exodus 2016. A single mother teaches her kids to honor parents, despite family strife, reflecting Exodus 2012. A tech CEO takes a Sabbath, unplugging from Silicon Valley's grind. These stories show the commandments as living, not archaic. What if we lived these fully? No idols, no lies, no envy. Imagine the peace. Rhetorical question. Are we, like Israel, crafting golden calves when God delays? The commandments challenge us to align with divine order, not cultural chaos. While not in the Bible, Jewish tradition in the Talmud expands Sabbath rules, showing their weight. Early church fathers like Augustine tied them to Christian ethics, urging love as fulfillment. What if the commandments were taught as love, not duty? A pastor in Nigeria uses the commandments to combat corruption, citing "do not steal." A TikTok creator at God's Blueprint goes viral breaking down coveting in sneaker culture. These exceed expectations, showing ancient laws tackling modern sins. See scrolls, confirming their centrality. Their influence spans Magna Carta to U.S.N. courthouses, though controversies arise over public displays. In 2005, the Supreme Court ruled on their constitutionality, balancing faith and state. As we close, the 10 Commandments stand as God's unshakable foundation, from Sinai as fire to today as struggles. They're not relics, but a call to love, truth, and purpose. If this stirred your soul, subscribe for more biblical epics, share with someone seeking direction, and may God's law guide your path. Until next time, peace.